Welcome to our corporate accounting class. Now we are going to discuss another problem. This is also a second. This is also a essay type question, an important one. In this problem, we are given with various informations of expenses and gross profit. From that, we have to apportion the informations based on pre-incorporation for pre-incorporation and post-incorporation period. First, we have to take the informations for time ratio. The time ratio is calculated based on 4 is to 2, that is from the date of start of the company to the date of incorporation. Those months that comes to for the pre-incorporation period, that comes to 4 months, and the second period comes to 8 months. So if we simplified that, that comes to 1 is to 2. Then second one is sales ratio. The sales, total sales, that comes to 10 lakhs, and in this first period, which is that is a pre-incorporation period, the amount of sale which is 2 lakh 50,000, and post incorporation period is 7 lakh 50,000. These two things are given in the question. So if we simplified this, that comes to 25 is to 75, which is 1 is to 3. The ratio for the sales based on sales for the two periods, that is pre incorporation period and post incorporation period, that comes to 1 is to 3. Now we will step into the real part of the question. See, the gross profit is given. Gross profit is supposed to be apportioned based on sales ratio. So the gross profit is divided into 53,000 and 1 lakh 59,000. Second one is gross profit minus expenses. First one, which is rent. Rent is based on the period what we the space what we occupied for the period. So it is supposed to be based on time ratio. That comes to 2 is 2000 and 4000. Time ratio in the sense 1 is to 2. So total amount of rent which is given in the question 6000 is apportioned for that pre and the post 2000 and 4000. Then second one is insurance. Insurance is also paid based on the period. So 500, it is a time ratio. So we have to take 500 and 1000 for the periods given in the question. Another one is salaries. Salaries and wages. You are all well aware, both the items are taken for the period, that is number of months. So for the first period, it is for 4 months, and second period, which is for 8 months. So we have to apportion the salaries for time based on time ratio, that is 4 is to 8 or 1 is to 2. And another one is advertisement. See, you are all well aware, advertisement, delivery vehicle, bad debt, all these things are based on uh, sales ratio. And another one point which is given just above to the advertisement, that is selling expenses, that is also apportioned on sales ratio, right? Sales ratio here we have taken 2 lakh 50,000 is to 7 lakh 50,000. If we simplify that, that comes to 1 is to 3. And another one is interest on debenture. Please put a mark on this point, because the debenture is only for post incorporation period. That means debenture is possible only for the joint stock company. So we have to take for post incorporation period. So we have to take directly, it is allocated. And audit fees. Please put a mark on this audit fees also. Last question, we have taken that audit fees only for the post incorporation period, but already I told you in last question itself, I told you pre that audit fees is for both the pre-incorporation and the post-incorporation period. Accordingly, we have to take, that is based on time ratio we should take. What is the point lying here? Because that actual point is that amount of audit fees is taken for any type of organization. Okay, whether it's a proprietary concern or ordinary shop, for that also, as per the rules, audit fees is applicable. Then printing and stationery, this is indirect expense. It is taken only for time ratio. Monthly basis, how much amount of printing and stationery we have spent. Accordingly, we have to take it based on time ratio. Then another one which is called depreciation for machinery. Any amount of depreciation is taken based on time ratio, because this much we are using more amount of machine. Previous month we have not used that much machine, so depreciation will get altered based on the period, so it is based on time ratio. Another one is the commission on sales. Since this is connected with the sales item, so we have to take commission on sales on sales ratio. Then general expenses based on time. Already I told you. Bad debt, it is actual. That amount of a bad debt in this problem, it is given as per month how much amount of a bad debt is incurred. Accordingly, we have to take. Okay. See, normally, generally speaking, amount of bad debt is taken only based on sales ratio. But if any amount is specified for the bad debt, accordingly we have to take that actual amount we should take. Director fees, it is only for post. Why? Because director is a person that will come into the picture only in case of a joint stock company. When the organization will attain the position of a joint stock company, only if it is incorporated as per the Companies Act. So director fees will come into the picture only for post incorporation period. And preliminary expenses, this is also, what is preliminary? Amount of expenses incurred for the purpose of starting the company. When your joint stock company is started, then we have to spend some amount for starting the company, that is preliminary expenses. So this is applicable only for joint stock company, not for other forms of business. So preliminary expenses straight away for post incorporation period. And interest to vendors. Interest to vendor is given in the is given for monthly basis. Specification is given in this question. So we have to take interest on vendor is taken in the form of 4 is to 1. It is apportioned on the basis of 4 is to 1 since the condition is given. Okay. So on right hand side I showed the workings for time ratio and sales ratio. Now we have deducted the given expenses from the gross profit, so balance is net profit. Okay, so now we have taken pre-incorporation profit, which is 15,850, and post-incorporation profit, which is 70,650. So accordingly we have to solve the problem. So the final answer for this problem is net profit for the pre-incorporation and post-incorporation. If it is correct, then you will get the full mark. Okay, provided if you are showing the workings. So what you have to do is you practice this problem and also the related problem from your text. Okay, and particularly the previous one and this problem, both the things are highly qualified for essay type question.